In this video, I'm going to be going over the best cards to be buying right now in NBA 2K24 My Team from the all new player market in the game. I'll be going over the best budget cards that are super cheap and can play on a lot of people's no money spend squads and budget teams, and then talking about maybe some like mid-level cards on those like mid-level teams, and then like what are the best cards to buy if you guys are looking to build the god squads and the best teams in the game. So I know a lot of people have been wondering, what are the best cards off the player market. It's a lot different than the auction house, and I feel like it's a little bit harder to find these hidden gems and to find these really good cards. So I want to first talk about some budget options that I do think are amazing for their price. And the first two cards I want to talk about are going to be two bigs. The first one being Emerald Kristaps Porzingis. You can buy this card from the player market for 5,000 MT. He's going to be a 7'3" center who can shoot the three ball, play really good interior defense. Yes, he's slow with only 25 speed, 25 acceleration, and I know that is a big flaw in defense, but if we're talking about budget teams, I feel like Kristaps is kind of a must-have for a lot of people's budget teams when it comes to the center position. And then also another card very similar to Kristaps is going to be from the Spurs. You guys probably know who I'm talking about, and that's going to be Victor Wembanyama, who is also 5,000 MT, but he's 7'5" in game. Yes, he can't shoot the three ball, but he's still going to be extremely glitchy, even though he does have 25 speed, 25 acceleration. So those two cards right there can be your two centers on a budget team, only costing 10k in total. Really isn't that bad for this time of the year. To mention another really good center card for a budget price tag while we're talking about budget centers, a card that I feel like is actually maybe even a little bit better than Kristaps and Wemby, and that's going to be a card from the legendary pass set, going towards Damian Lillard. And I think that's going to be, if I could actually scroll to it properly, I think that's going to be Rafe LaFrance. Why is my game not working? I have no idea I don't know what was happening there, but this Rafe LaFrance card, wait, sorry, no, is he towards Dame? Wait, no, is he, hold on, no, he's not towards Dame. I thought he was towards Dame. He's towards some oh no, he's one of these cards. Sorry, he's one of the 2k day cards. Is he for Tatum, I guess? Then where's Rafe LaFrance? I know he's in here somewhere. Yeah, here he is, Rafe LaFrance. This center that goes towards, and he can also play power forward, goes towards the Jason Tatum in the 2k day promo. I mean, he's 6'11". He's not going to be a giant 7'3" like KP or 7'5" like Wemby, but he's got a great jump shot, like a really good release, 83 ball. He's a very solid defender, on the interior, 81 block, 77 interior defense. 41 speed isn't great, but I do think he's probably a little bit better than Kristaps and Wemby. So he's another really good option if we're talking about budget center. So those would be like the three main budget centers I would say that you guys should be going after. I mean, the other one I could mention is Anthony Davis from the Lakers set. If I scroll down here, that does lock in for Austin Reeves. Like 11,500 MT is not bad. It's a little bit expensive, but he's 6'10" at center. That jump shot you can green with, even though it's a 62 three ball, but he's going to give you great speed and athleticism, right? Having that 68 speed, being a really good defender on the inside, not a bad perimeter defender as well. He can move laterally. So those are the four budget centers right now in the game that I think are elite, and that's going to be KP, Wemby, Anthony Davis, and the Emerald Rafe LaFrance. Now the other one I just thought of too, I think this card can play center, and that's from the Bucks, and that's going to be Giannis. I know it's, oh no, sorry, he can't play center, but that's the next card I want to talk about, is going to be this Sapphire Giannis card. If you don't have his Ruby card, I mean, this card's still amazing. 7-foot power forward. He can do almost everything the Ruby card can do, which is just be such a good defender, super athletic, quick on the court, can guard most positions in the game, including all the centers besides like a Victor or a Kristaps or some other tall giants, because he's 7 foot at the power forward position. So I think Sapphire Giannis is a really good budget card and a great option to buy for budget squads right now. And then if you're looking for maybe a little bit more offense, from a budget card, I do think Sapphire Steph Curry is a really good pickup if you're looking for a great 3 hunting guard. He's super easy to use this year. I mean, 6'2" at point guard, but it doesn't matter because he's got an 83 three ball. We know Curry's got such a good jump shot. He's got really good dribble sigs. Yes, he's not able to dunk. He's not going to be a good defender, but it's Curry. He's such a fun card to use. He's really good offensively. If you're struggling to 3 hunt and you're struggling to get open shots, I would recommend Steph Curry as your point guard. I do think he's going to be elite on the offensive end. If you can't afford like a Dame or get Kyrie or get some of these better point guards, I think Curry's up there with some of the best point guards in the game just because of his 3 hunting ability. So those are like a lot of the budget options I wanted to talk about. There's only a couple more, so I'll quickly go through them that are at the budget tier, and then we'll kind of move up into the middle price range cards, and then eventually we'll talk about, like I said, the expensive cards to be buying right now in the game. So the other three I wanted to talk about, or maybe it's only two actually. I think it's only two. It's going to be Sapphire Mike Miller, who you can actually get for free, and then also Emerald Shaden Sharp, who I believe is also from one of those 2K Day promo sets. If I just quickly scroll through here, I know Shaden Sharp is in here somewhere. Or is he in the Dame Pass? Sorry, he was in the Legendary Pass towards Dame. This Shaden Sharp card's a really good budget shooting guard, 6'5" with the 2. He can knock down the 3. He's really good at attacking the basket. Like, he gets great dunking animations, 85 driving dunk. He's also a solid defender. He's fairly quick. So Shaden Sharp, for once again an Emerald price of only 5,000 MT, is really good, a really good pickup, you know, at the shooting guard position. And then if you want to grind and get a free really good Sapphire shooting guard in Mike Miller, what you guys want to do is go down to the Legendary Path, go over to the challenges, and then all you have to do is make 21 3-pointers with Heat players over multiple triple threat online or co-op games, and you get this card for completely free. And he's 6'8" at the shooting guard position with a really good jump shot and a high 3-ball. So Mike Miller, Shaden Sharp, those are my last two budget cards I wanted to talk about. You guys can let me know if there's maybe any other, you know, options, any other really good budget cards to help each other out, but those are just the budget cards I've found so far that I think are worth their price. I mean, saving your MT is definitely smart right now because the player market's so overpriced, and hopefully their prices will start to drop soon and just other cards will come out in the game. But I think right now all those budget cards I think are worth picking up if you guys are trying to make a budget team, because I know it's hard to, you know, afford a lot of these expensive cards. So those are really good budget options in my opinion. Now the next cards I wanted to quickly talk about, okay, quickly I'll go over Lamar Odom and Iguodala. This is kind of getting into the middle price range. So Iguodala is about 50k, a little bit more than 50,000 MT, but man, is he like one of the best defenders in the game. 6'6" at small forward, isn't the tallest in the world, but he's such a good defender. He's got an 83 pointer, a very knockdown jump shot. If you're looking for a lock that can green, you know, wide open, can dribble the ball a little bit, you know, drive to the basket fairly quick, I think Iguodala and Lamar Odom are both amazing pickups. You can play this Lamar at power forward or small forward if you want to. He's a really good stretch four, has a great jump shot, and it's just a card that can do everything at a very high level. So those are two guys I wanted to talk about at like the middle to price range. Like if you guys want to pick up a Lamar Odom or Iguodala, it's expensive, but if you get these two cards, then you might as well go for Dame, kind of, right? Like if you're going to spend the MT, then you can maybe go after Damian Lillard, who we know is like one of the best point guards, if not the best point guard in the game. So if you're going to get Iguodala and Lamar, who are two amazing Ruby cards, it might not be a terrible idea to lock in this set, unless you want to, you know, be able to sell the cards back eventually. But I think Lamar and Iguodala both are great kind of middle tier price cards, and I think if you want to spend some MT on some cards, are definitely worth their price tag. Now the other cards I wanted to talk about are going to be some lock-in cards. Now this is a little bit not risky, but you kind of want to have a good amount of MT to be actually locking in MT. But I wanted to mention a couple really good cards if you guys wanted to lock in for any of these series 1 Ruby cards. For example, I believe this set is only going to cost you, like, I don't know exactly the amount, but I think maybe 35,000 MT, and you get Ruby Paulo Banchero, who's an amazing power forward, great defender, got great size, he can knock down the 3. Like, Paulo is amazing at power forward, one of the best Ruby lock-ins in the game. So I think he could be worth it. Once again, it's only 30k, 35k, which is really good for a Ruby card compared to the player market, but the thing is you have to lock them in, which is, you know, a little bit not great that you have to lock in and lose your MT that way. But I think Paulo's an amazing power forward, so if you guys wanted to lock in for him, I think he's really good. From the Western Conference, if you wanted to lock in for Russ, maybe a little bit more expensive than Paulo, but a really good rim running point guard. If we're talking about another PG, we go across to the Cavs, we got Darius Garland. I mean, if we're talking about 3 hunting and rim running, able to get to the basket with his speed, he's a really quick guard. He's got a great jump shot, great dribble sigs, one of the best 3 hunting guards in the game right now. So Garland, a really good Ruby card to potentially lock in for. And then you got like a couple bigs, you got Embiid and Jaren Jackson Jr., who are going to be really good defenders, you know, able to knock down a 3 here and there, got a decent jump shot on both these cards. So yeah, those are like all the best cards to buy in the game, you know, from budget tiers, like budget prices to the middle prices. And then just to quickly talk about the expensive cards, it's just going to be the 3 main lock-in cards if you want to, going after Dame, going after Clay, going after Weber, and going after Tatum, right? I think those cards are definitely worth it if you're spending a lot of money, right? Like these cards are top tier, they're pretty game changing. Like if you get Tatum, you get Weber, you get Clay, or you lock in for Dame, I mean, you're going to notice a huge difference in your team. And when you play against these cards, it's a whole different ball game. Like they're so overpowered. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully helped you guys out. Like I said, let me know down below in the comment section if there's any other cards that I didn't go over in this video that you guys think are really worth their price tag, you know, and just are great cards to be picking up right now. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful for budget teams, some mid-level squads, and then obviously the expensive teams. It's pretty obvious who to pick up for the expensive teams, but hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.